Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, we're very excited to be starting on season 4.
Yes.
I think we go back and forth about our very favorite season or whatever, and I don't think we necessarily agree on our very favorite season, but I think we both agree that this is up there.
Yeah. There's sad points in this one, but I think this is really one of my favorite seasons.
It's a good season. I think sometimes I have memories of the season, and I go some time between watching it, and I think I forget sometimes in what ways it's strong, and I always get a refresher when I watch it again.
Yeah. I mean, starting to watch this season again, I've realized that almost every episode has something major in it.
Again, I go back to the first season. It's perfect until we get into maybe Resurrection. I think the first season of Dexter is about as perfect as the show ever gets. It's so good on every level. Obviously, John Lithgow's performance this season is amazing.
Amazing.
But there's a tightness in this season. I don't feel like there's so much wasted movement in this season as there was maybe in seasons 2 or 3, and certainly in the seasons going forward.
And you see a lot of growth in Dexter.
Yeah, at what cost? You do.
Like, you see growth in a lot of the characters.
Yeah, I feel like he did a lot of growing in season 1, and then he spun his wheels kind of for a couple seasons, but we're kind of starting to see... ultimately, this is why this season is, as much as I love it, it becomes frustrating to watch because I kind of know what happens afterwards, you know?
Yeah. You see growth, you see the struggles, you see Deb go through some painful stuff.
Yeah. Whenever this season starts and it starts getting into the depths, I'm like, how did she not win all the awards this year?
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, this is a really strong season for all of them.
Yes. Well, let's get started on it. Let's talk about episode 1, Living the Dream. Again, I have questions about how much a blood spatter guy in Miami Metro makes. I think I looked it up once, and it was about, at this period, it was about $30,000 or $40,000 a year, which is like, Dexter has even though he's been single, I guess he's been saving. This is a pretty decent house for... Well, especially he's now supporting a wife and 2 kids. The wife's not working.
But you've got to also think, how long has he been doing this? How many raises has he gotten over the years?
Yeah, but he's not like working for a private company. He's working for a public entity. They have very specific, and Vince is still his supervisor. They got very specific brackets, like you can't.
I wonder if Harry left any money behind.
I mean, sure he left some, but he's got to split with Deb.
Well, yeah. We've seen how Deb lives.
We do see how Deb she likes her treadmills. Anyway, we do open on Dexter is starting strong here. I love to pick on the editing on this show because they make the most hilarious gaffes on the editing sometimes. But the editing in this opening sequence is chef's kiss. It is amazing. Yeah. Because you're cutting back and forth between 2 things, and it's hard to kind of tell what's going on. Where one's ending and one's beginning, but you get the clear picture where Dexter is on the road. He's like, tonight's the night, and primal need calls to me. And all. Cut to John Lithgow, who we don't know yet. We just see him. He's running a bath. Dexter's like, tonight's the night I finally sleep. And it was so funny because he looks like he's about to kill somebody.
Yes, he does.
When Dexter's not full of coffee and donuts, no matter what is going on, it's just, he looks like he wants to kill somebody.
Yes.
That's his default mode.
Little default kill look.
Yeah. But it's great because you can't quite tell. The first few seconds, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Lithgow's fussing with the tub and getting naked. So you don't know what's going on until the door opens and there's a clearly shocked woman there.
Yes.
We're still going back and forth. The editing here is great because Harrison is crying in his seat. I mean, you're just not 100% sure when Dexter goes into the house. Until you see that other woman open the bathroom door, you're not sure if he's in Dexter's house or you're not sure what's going on.
Yeah, you're not sure where you are.
Yeah. So it's good. We find out here that driving Harrison around doesn't work. When
it didn't work this time.
Didn't work this time. Dexter is exhausted. The tonal shift is jarring because you go right from that. I remember the first time I saw this scene. John Lithgow gets this woman. He gets her in a chokehold and puts her out, and then he gets into the bathtub with her.
He totally undresses her. She's completely nude.
Completely naked. And she wakes up when she gets in the bathtub, and he slits her femoral artery. He's got her.
Shh.
Yeah, it's already over. It makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I remember the first time I watched this, I could almost not stand it.
Yeah, and then he gets a mirror.
He makes her watch herself die.
It's like he is watching herself die.
Yeah.
And you can see her take that last breath, and then he's just like, and it's just like all his tension just went away with her last. It is one of those scenes that you just don't forget easily.
Yeah. And he kills other people throughout the seaseason.
But it's never like that.
Yeah, it's never like that. And you see, and there's a reason it's never like that again. But he always says that. He always says that when the person fights back. They're like, why are you doing it? He's like, it's already over.
Yep.
And it's every time he says it, it's like, God, there's just nothing you can do. You're dead. It's just,
yeah.
And you see a lot of movies and a lot of television shows, and a lot of them are much more graphic or more violent or more in-your-face brutal than this particular scene. But the absolute coldness of this.
Yeah. It's
staggering.
This is the one kill scene that just...
Every time. It gets me every time.
Yeah, it almost leaves you breathless because you're just like...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We go right from that. It's tonal whiplash because we go right from this incredible scene into Dexter and his morning routine that we're very used to seeing in the opening credits, but he misses the mosquito and his shoelace breaks.
He's got puke on his shirt. There's baby spit up on the shirt. And then he steps on a toy.
Yeah.
He can't find his keys.
Yeah, it's
it was great. I loved it.
My man needs to sleep. Yeah, he talks about whenever he catch a serial killer, the neighbors are like, he's so quiet and he kept to himself. He's like, it's a cliche for a reason, you know. He's got to deal with Aster, who is going into puberty, hot and heavy.
This teenage Aster thing is rough.
Unfortunately, this is going to be the Aster that we're stuck with for the rest of our time with her. I just...
I see very small glimpses of the old sweet Aster here and there, but not today.
You do. I wonder if they can work giving us some more Aster and Cody in Resurrection, just so we can see what he...
I thought about that. I was like, I wonder. He needs to visit them, but they live in Florida.
We'll see. Anyway.
That would be nice, though.
Yeah. Anyway. His keys are in the freezer, by the way.
Yes, they are.
This poor man has court today, and he has slept for an hour.
Yeah.
If that.
And he's trying to find his keys and get his notes together and get the hell out this house.
He meets their next door neighbor, a man named Elliot, who immediately you're like, this guy.
You're just like, oh, I am so sorry, Dexter.
I guess all the kids go over and play Marco Polo in his pool.
Before school.
And Rita's like, oh, you know, we're living the dream. And Dexter's like, we're so living the dream.
And you're like, oh, Dex, I'm so sorry.
These houses are so close together. In this particular suburb, I'm like, these houses, it's a thing that drives me crazy as a personal pet peeve. You have, these houses mostly don't look particularly big, but they're too big for their lots.
Yes.
And it drives me insane. Like,
especially if there's a pool next door.
Yes, it's too much. Okay, so let's talk about Deb and Anton. Why is this man thinking about Jon Stewart while he's snacking? I don't understand.
Yeah. I thought it was weird too. Like, why are you even talking? Why are you talking right now?
About Jon Stewart. Will you TiVo? Yeah. Let's talk about a sentence that you'll never hear again. Will you TiVo Jon Stewart for me? Sure. Okay. You know, if I have a single complaint about this season, a single pick, maybe I'll have more. But I do have one pick, which is that they rushed the Anton thing a little bit. I know why they did it, but it feels unnatural.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, Dexter is a mess at court. He gets his ass handed to him by the defense attorney because he's got the wrong paperwork with him, so he's talking about a completely different case.
And Quinn is angry.
Again, we go back to, the blood guy messed up. Unless that's all the evidence they had, I can't believe that was enough to get the entire case thrown out.
Yeah.
But it did, and Quinn is obviously upset.
Yeah.
Because it was Quinn's case, so he's going to be on Dexter's ass for a little bit about this.
Nothing like Dokes, but...
Nothing like Dokes, and he's not even nearly as intimidating as Dokes because, he just kind of talks tough.
Yeah, he comes in and out. He talks tough one time, and then he's a pussy the next.
I mean, Dokes never back down.
Yeah, and Quinn does, back and forth.
Yeah, if we're going to compare Dokes to Quinn, which I think is going to be natural, Dokes would own his stuff.
Yes.
And Joey Quinn, I don't think really does. And
I don't think he knows how.
It becomes a problem for him throughout the series. It definitely becomes a problem this season, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Deb is still chasing down the CI files. She's having breakfast or lunch or something with Frances, who is the not Camilla clerk. And Frances, she's really interrogating Deb's motives here. It feels weird because I feel like they had this conversation last season, and she was like, "Yeah, I get it. If it was my dad, I'd want to know if he was stepping out on my mom." But now she's like, "Do you really not want to do this?"
Yeah.
Well, it's too late, Frances. I mean, you could just stop giving her files. And she had last season. She had the Laura Moser file.
Yes, she did.
So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little bit here and there where they just kind of playing fast and loose with a couple things just to make things fit in. But it's fine, it's not a big deal. Joey does get in Dexter's face about this stuff, but Vince sees Joey hassling Dexter, and he offers, "You want me to keep the angry Irish off your ass?"
I know. I laughed so hard when I heard that.
I was like, "What, Vince Masuka, are you going to do to keep this man off?"
I know, really.
Dexter is funny because he's like, "Well, Quinn's a good cop." I'm like, he is? Is he? Is he? Having seen the entire series?
We'll see as time goes on.
Their crime scene is the bathtub scene that we saw Lithgow at. Vince makes a terrible joke, talk about your bloodbath. I'm like,
yeah.
Just, and everybody's like, really?
Yeah, I mean, she's in the bath, all the water's red, and she's just laying there, and
it's terrible. I mean, imagine cracking a joke.
You can tell that the water ran over the side of the tub, and
yeah. So Dexter, okay, we're already seeing kind of the pieces of where this is going to go because Dexter sees that this crime scene is immaculate.
Yes.
And Dexter's like, but the assailant cleaned up after themselves. Like, must not have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dexter. And at the crime scene, there's a reporter. Her name is Christine Hill. She goes right to Joey. Beeline right to Joey. I remember, again, watching this season for the first time and just honestly not putting anything together with her. And I mean, now it all seems kind of obvious, but I think, again, we're going back to the way this season was constructed versus seasons 2 or 3.
Yeah, just watch for little things.
Like season 1, at the end, you could look back and say, okay,
I see how it all happened.
I see how everything fit together. You can do that at the end of this season too.
Yes.
Even though you didn't necessarily see stuff coming going in, you see it all the way.
You might see a hint here or there.
Right. But it all makes sense.
Yes.
Season 2 and 3, I feel like we didn't get those. It wasn't that nice, satisfying click of the puzzle piece on the.
Yeah.
But anyway, Deb has a great line here. She's trying to get some water out of the little water cooler and nothing's coming out, and she's like, can't anybody fill up the fucking water thing? Maria's trying to give her, they have a fraught relationship, but Maria's giving her some good advice about stop making yourself crazy, accept the man's love.
Yeah. And then Dexter's in the lab completely exhausted and his phone rings. Rita's calling him. She's like, are you alone? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, good, I'm put you on speakerphone. Can you sing I Can't Get the Baby Down for a Nap?
He sings America the Beautiful.
And then when the baby is asleep, she's like, thank you. She hangs up and he's like, yep. And I'll do the last 4 verses tonight. And You would just never guess that's how
America
Dexter puts a baby to sleep.
I mean, how'd that even happen? If anybody's who ever had a child, is experimenting. Like, let's see, does this work? Does this work?
Ever.
At what point did somebody say, hey, try singing America the Beautiful?
Yeah, it's always like,
Baby
anything.
shark.
Yeah, I mean, so many years of Baby Sharks. There's Baby Shark, there's Rockabye Baby. Sing the songs you hear on the radio. Yeah. But America the Beautiful?
I mean, Dexter also, we'll see in a later episode, not this season, but I think next season, where he did not, somehow, Dexter managed to not remember Can't Touch This. And they play it at his high school reunion. He's like, what? So anyway, he probably just knows like 3 songs. Anyway, he is working on this. Benny Gomez was the case that he bungled at court. So he's like, I got to take care of this guy now. Now, it's my responsibility now because he's walking around because I fucked up. So I've got to do this. He's doing this research like, where can I take care of Benny Gomez? I swear to God, he's got a map of the United States up and he zooms in like twice on like Street View, and both times it looks like it's zooming into someplace in Arizona. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
I was like, why is he going over there?
I did not notice that.
It was weird. So, anyway, Vince offers boobs and drinks. That's what he says, boobs and drinks. Joey's like, a titty bar, no thank you. Angel's like, yeah, I'll go. Okay.
Yeah, Angel ends up going just to make him happy.
Yeah. Maria and Angel. Okay. We ended last season with Angel and Detective Gianna, and it seemed like things are going well. Well, she is just poofed like a fart in the wind.
Yeah, gone.
Now it's Angel and Maria. I don't know how much I like this. I don't know how much I've ever liked this storyline.
Yeah.
Especially this season, it just feels like a distraction.
Yeah, it's dicey.
Yeah. I don't know. But me not liking it won't make it go away. We're going to be dealing with it for the rest of the season. I want to note that Dexter at home with Rita and the baby is taking pictures of his child with his little crime scene camera there.
I like that big ass camera for pictures, really, Dex?
No. Okay, so Aster earlier in the day, when she had her music blaring, like, turn it down. She said, well, you wouldn't have this problem if I had an iPod. And they're like, well, okay, whatever. I know, earn your iPod, whatever.
Yeah, Rita's like, you have to earn that.
This is 5 minutes before smartphones became ubiquitous, so I was like, just hold on for a second, Aster. It'll be fine. Wait till next season. It'll be okay. They just gotten Harrison to sleep, and he's taking pictures with his crime scene camera, I guess, to find prints or something. And then Aster's music starts flaring, and the baby wakes up, and they're like, this is not how you get an iPod. I don't think that this is actually a crazy plan on Aster's part.
Yeah, and Dexter's like, shouldn't we just give it to her? And Rita's like, no, we're not giving it.
I mean, she's a teenage girl, or close to it. She's, 12, maybe 13? Mm-hmm. She's getting into it. I'm like, she's going through stuff, and now she's got to readjust everything for this tiny child. Why? I don't know.
I think that's when she started going through stuff, though.
Well, but it's all happening at the same time.
You know, the tiny ball of crying.
Anyway. Okay. The tiny ball of crying. Okay. So she has to walk Harrison around and make him shut up.
Yes.
That's funny.
She woke him up. She's got to put him to sleep.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying again. I understand tough parenting, but like, do you really want to give the baby to the person that actually hates it? Like,
I don't know if she hates him. She just wanted to hear music and didn't know the baby was asleep.
I guess so. Okay. We had, I think it was season 2, where Cody had a moment where for like no apparent reason he was putting bologna on his ankle. Remember that? I think it was bologna or chicken or something.
Bacon.
He was putting bacon on his ankle. Well, he has a moment here where they're like, they're just meting out random punishments because Harrison won't fucking sleep. And they tell Cody, no more Marco Polo in the morning, And Cody's like, but it's important.
Oh, buddy.
Is it?
I mean, it's just Marco Polo and
Dexter tries
play after homework.
Well, Dexter tries later because he's like, Marco.
Dexter.
Yeah. Okay, at the station, we have an awkward elevator ride where Angel and Maria are there. For some reason, Vince is there standing in the middle. What the fuck is he eating?
Chimichanga.
It's a chimichanga? Okay.
It's either a chimichanga or a burrito, but it's something that looks like that.
I'm just going to say this, and I do not mean this in a sexual way, but that is a long, skinny burrito. It's got to be a chimichanga. Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I think it's like a breakfast thing. I mean, it's in the morning. They're riding up to the office, and he's imposed himself on them again.
Shoving it all in his mouth. Okay. Well, anyway.
Showing how he can eat.
Showing what, yep. Showing how much he can get in there. They're back at this crime scene, the bathtub scene. Dexter has, every once in a while, we don't see these people often, but every once in a while, Dexter has help. They call him Mr. Morgan, and it's very strange.
It is.
Mr. Morgan? Ew, that's weird. But he's got some people, he's looking for more blood traces.
One of his blood samples was degraded more than it should have been.
Yes, it couldn't have been the killers, and it was not the victims.
Yes.
I mean, my thought would have been like, well, it's a bathroom, people bleed in the bathroom. But okay, anyway, Deb and Joey are there, and Joey's just being a smart ass, and Deb's like, that's like, look, that's my fucking brother. Like,
stop it.
I understand you're all up in your emotions right now, but that is still my brother.
And they walk out, and then in walks
Lundy. What is Lundy doing here?
I don't know, but it made me so happy he was back.
Okay, well, don't get used to it. Because anyway. So Lundy's there. Dexter's kind of like, hey, yay!
He's like, how's my favorite FBI serial killer catcher? We find out, though, that Lundy has retired.
Kind of.
But this is the one that's always got away that nobody believed was really a case.
Yes, that's what he believes. And we'll hear all of his theories
as we go.
Deb is on the hunt. She's going through these CI files, and she's going around to all these individual people that used to be CIs. She meets Adrian Barbeau. We find out that Harry was known as Handsome Harry Morgan. How the hell is he? Oh, he's dead.
I know. I always love that scene. Like, how's he doing now? And Deb's like, dead.
And she's talking him up, and we're like, oh yeah, they definitely fucked. And then she's like, nah, we didn't.
I told him yes 100 times.
But it was a question he didn't ask. I'm like, okay. Huh? Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
And Deb's like, so wait, back all the way. So you didn't sleep with him? I'm like, nah.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
It's another female CI that didn't sleep with Harry down.
We know he slept. Well, we know who he slept with. Poor Deb. Anyway.
But Deb doesn't.
Deb doesn't. Okay, so Dexter's trying to figure out what he's going to do. He's like, I got to get Benny, but where am I going to kill him at? How am I going to get him? Where am I going to get him? What are we going to do? He's doing a lot of research. I don't remember ever seeing him do this much research on where he's going to kill somebody. He'll just randomly.
He usually picks a spot, and we're good to go.
Yep. So we have this other little C plot, B plot, whatever level it is of this. Okay, it was a group of people or a couple that was robbing tourists.
Yes.
Which is bad if your city basically exists because of tourists, right? And this has turned in now, this most recently has devolved into a murder. Yes. It was a robbery murder. And I guess they're calling them the vacation killers. Is that what they're calling them? Another detective has come to Angel and asked if he can get in on that Gianna action since y'all are broken up now. And Angel's like, well, I mean...
You got her.
I mean, like, I'm not your father. You don't have to ask me permission. Like, just go. She's her own woman. You may do as you wish. That's up to her. Anyway, Dexter has held on to his apartment despite assuring Rita that he was getting rid of it. He's settled on a closed gym. Like a boxing gym to kill Benny in, which is poetic because Benny used to be a boxer. I like him setting up the boxing gym for Benny.
Yeah.
He takes this plastic and he kind of wraps it around the light that goes over the boxing ring so that when he hauls it up, it's just kind of like falls all around the ring. It's a really cool shot.
It looks like a circus tent.
It does.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's all good and well. He's ready to go. He's just got to get Benny. So he goes to the bar where Benny hangs out. And, of course, he falls asleep. Because he slept for 2 hours since Harrison was born, I guess. I think I'm going to take an aside here because it's going to come up again. I remember, again, watching this the first time. And being very annoyed by Rita because... So Cody and Aster are past the age where she needs to be attending to them most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously she still, she needs to take care of them, but they're not like toddlers or anything. They're basically self-sufficient, especially Aster, and so she's home with Harrison all day. I know that's a job. That is a full-time job. But, okay, here's the thing, though. Dexter also has a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And like this thing of like he goes to work all day and then he comes home and he doesn't actually sleep because he is always waking up with the baby.
Yeah.
She says something to him at one point, like, when you have a big day, like going to court, let me know and I'll take the night shift. I'm like, if you know he's going to court, does he have to let you know that he needs to sleep, girl? Like, come on.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
I understand we're trying to do a fair division of labor here, but you're asking a lot of him, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I understand the demands of parenting on both ends. I get it. But I feel strange about the decision to make Rita seem kind of unreasonable at points.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he falls asleep. Example here. He falls asleep outside the bar waiting for Benny. His cop rolls up on him. And Dexter, for once, isn't like, I'm Miami Metro. He doesn't do that. The cop does see his lanyard. His lanyard.
Yeah, he does. He does hand the cop his lanyard.
He's like, oh, you're in homicide, so you know better. Makes him take the sobriety test. And honestly, Dexter's like, he's doing his alphabet backwards. Let me be real with everybody. I could be stone cold sober, fresh as a daisy, and I'd be like, Z, Y, X, W.
It would take me forever to do mine backwards.
The backwards alphabet is an insane request. I don't know. Anyway, just see if you can walk in a straight line. And also, think about how the alcoholic mind works. You can just remember the backwards alphabet and then be ready for it. And is that the test? Is that it? Like, can you speak?
Yeah, I mean, you can memorize it if you want.
You train your brain to just do it, even if you're blackout drunk.
Yeah, they need to walk a straight line and touch your nose. I can do that sober. Yeah. I'll know if I can do it drunk. I don't know. Anyway,
point being, the backwards alphabet is silly, and even the cop knows it because he extra gets to R, and he's like, yeah, okay, good enough. Fine. Just stop falling asleep. Of course, as soon as the cop rolls up and starts doing this, Benny walks out of the bar.
And it takes off, and, Dexter's in the middle of the alphabet.
Yeah. I was like, all right. And I was just talking about Rita. So Dexter gets home. He's already gone to court. He already knows there's been an issue. He's working all the time. From her perspective, he works a lot. Now, again, this is a hard situation because from her perspective, he is working all the time. And she complains about it later. We know what he's really doing. But still, from your perspective, Rita, the man is just trying to make a living.
And then he comes home tonight, and what do you think she wants?
She wants to fuck, which is fine. That's cool. And he's like, okay.
I'm really tired.
Okay, are you doing all the work? You're on top, lady. I'm not.
And she's like, I've been waiting. Aren't you horny? I'm horny. And I'm just like,
oh, God.
He is tired.
She actually says, tonight's the night I almost died.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then she's got this whole big basket of stuff. What is in there besides the feather?
Well, she's got the feather one that she keeps touching him with that he looks really irritated with.
He's like,
And then, obviously, there's candles, and I'm guessing some kind of lube and massage oils or something.
I don't know. We'll see. No, we won't see, actually. We will see, because he wakes up later, and he's still got the feather wand in his
hand.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so, of course, they have sex, and he falls asleep, but then Harrison wakes up. Why is he telling Harrison Daddy kills people? I remember this was a line from all the promo material.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Daddy kills people. I'm like, If you had a baby monitor,
you'd been gone.
I know. Anyway, but they didn't have a baby monitor, so anyway.
Thank God.
Yes, thank God. Anyway, so Dexter has to go to work the next day. He's drinking lots of coffee.
A lot. And powerful coffee.
He's getting like red eyes.
Yeah.
And Batista's like, you shouldn't drink too much caffeine. Like, really fuck all the way off Batista.
Well, we got a kid.
Christine.
She's the reporter.
She's the reporter. She's still poking Joey for information about the bathtub murder. Poking. I meant like...
Poking. That's a perfect word for what ends up happening with the...
I literally meant like just kind of prodding him for... But she does end up actually poking him. Like... But anyway, it's like...
It's more like he pokes her.
He pokes her sexually.
I hope you really didn't have to put the sexually in there, but okay.
Poking is a thing. It's figurative. I will poke your brain. It's physical. I will poke you in the arm with my finger, or I will poke you with my penis in your vagina. There's 3 possibilities, and I was just clarifying.
They fuck. There you go.
They do. Anyway, the vacation murderers have taken priority over this bathtub lady.
Yes.
Except that Dexter, through his blood work and some research into the house's history, has discovered that this very same house, this very same bathroom, was the scene to a very similar death in 1979. A woman named Vicki Noonan died in the exact same way.
Yep, 30 years prior.
30 years ago. Yes. And then Lundy arrives in the Dexter's lab, and Vince is like, hey, Special Agent Lundy, it's me, Vince Masuka. I was the LFI on the Bay Harbor Butcher. And Lundy's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm talking to Dexter. Bye.
Later, hit the road.
So he's retired from the FBI, but he's in Miami on a case. The one that got away. He calls it the Trinity Killer. He believes he kills in threes, but he can't prove that he exists. He can't even give enough to the FBI to get the FBI on board to even look at it.
Yeah.
But he says this bathtub murder, this Lisa Bell, who is this woman that died at the beginning of this show, that is the beginning of a new cycle for the Trinity Killer. And Dexter's like, well, wait, okay, so, we have this 1979 link too.
Yes.
That's 30 years. And they both realize if that's true, and this is the same person, this is the most successful serial killer
alive
ever. I think Dexter's been pretty successful. But at this point, he's only been doing it for about 20 years. So
yeah.
Let's talk about Lithgow in the shower. Oh, God. He's making these noises.
They're not sexual.
No, not sexual. It is so upsetting. He sounds like a wounded animal.
Yes.
And then he just cranks up the hot water, and it's like, oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, I used some hot water with some steam, but he goes all the way.
Yeah, it is so upsetting. It is so upsetting.
His skin must be boiling.
He's got to get clean,
But
I know. Meantime, Lundy rolls up on Deb while she's on the phone with Anton. The change in her demeanor is great. She's like, what the fucking fuck?
what the fuckity fuck? That's what it was. Because she sees Lundy, she's like, the fuckity fuck.
She's trying really hard to be blasé, but it's really not working.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dexter, he's got to have a backup plan for killing Benny. He's like, I'm killing for 2 now. He manages to get Benny. He gets him to the boxing ring. I like this. He's so sleep deprived that the way he's acting, I can't tell if this is something that he would have done normally. It doesn't feel like it, but he starts dancing around Benny on the table like shadow boxing. It's pretty funny.
And at one point, he grabs a smelling salt and pops it open and sniffs it.
Yeah. He's like, can I do it? Can I have it all? So while he's in the middle of this kill with Benny, Rita calls.
Don't answer your phone when you're killing somebody.
I know. But he does. Rita calls, and Harrison has an ear infection, so he needs to stop at the all-night pharmacy, and he's like, I'm in the middle of something. And she's like, well, this is more important.
This is more important. Your baby's in pain.
I got annoyed here. Yes, it's important. Yes, it is. But you don't know what he's in the middle of, for one. Two, Rita, do you have two legs that are not broken? Could you go to the all-night pharmacy, maybe?
Yeah. Your kids can stay alone, or they can go next door where they play Marco Polo at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Or you can throw their asses in the back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. It's not.
Anyway, he's like, okay, fine. Sorry, Benny, I can't savor this moment, but, just dead. He's got some trouble cleaning him up. He's dropping heads and stuff. Just shit's rolling all over the place. You just see him kind of fumbling with these body parts. The next thing we know, he's in the car driving home. Harry keeps appearing on the side of the road,
telling him, you can do it.
But eventually he's like, Dexter, you don't need to sleep right now.
No. Wake up.
Wake up. And Dexter's like, what? We end with the car rolling over.
About 3 times.
About 3 times. This is bad. This is bad. And, we're left on the edge of our seats until the next episode, which we will talk about next week.
Dexter flipping the car like that 3 times. It scared me. We'll see what happens next week if he's okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Off to a strong start.
Very strong. I mean, the first episode is just, there's so much there.
Yeah, this is easily the strongest first episode since the first season.
Yes, I agree with that. It's all there. There's a lot of information to digest. There's little things that as we get towards the end of the season, you're going to see and you're going to be like, oh, that happened in the first episode or the second episode or whatever. But it's a very strong episode and there's a lot going on in it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a packed season.
It's a packed season. It's a good season. So, I won't do a whole lot of complaining this season. Stuff will come up. I can't let it go. But great episode, great start. I'm looking forward to the season mostly. And I can't wait to talk about episode 2. How about you?
I am rip-roaring ready.
Great. Till next week, we will be talking about Dexter Season 4, Episode 2. In the meantime, you want to check out our other podcasts. We have The Final Assessment, which is a podcast about the show Evil. We've wrapped up Season 2 there. We're heading into Season 3 soon. We also have our movie podcast, Outside Food and Drink. We wrapped up April. We started the movie April Fool's Day, of course, appropriately. We did The Menu, Ready or Not 1 and 2. And we did Knives Out. For May, we're going to be doing Giallo Month. So join us for that. And you can also check out all our back episodes. They're all available on the website. And if you want to follow us on our socials, we're going to drop all that information in the show notes. And in the meantime, next week, Season 4, Episode 2. Later.